Okay, guys, so tell me, what kind of villain would you guys like for the next Star Wars? Because the villain in Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, was very, very bad. I couldn't even see him as being like someone evil, someone being so fearful and stuff like that. He just reminded me of a grumpy little teenage kid going through his hormone stages. It was such a terrible waste for the villain. All the other actors were good, but for Star Wars Episode 8, I'd like to see a really, really powerful villain, a psychotic Dark Jedi, someone who really loves killing. Like, they even promised us that Star Wars Episode 8 was going to be very bizarre and darker than all the other Star Wars, so I'm just hoping that they'll really make a really, really perfect job of matching a suitable evil villain for the role for Episode 8. So, you know, they wasted the character for Episode 7, but for Episode 8, it should be looking promising. I mean, in my idea, I'd like to see someone who's just really strong with the Force, who's had such a tough background, who's turned to the dark side, and who just is just crazy strong. Just someone that would be the right match for Luke Skywalker, Rey, and all the other Jedi's that are getting there with the strength. So someone very dark, someone very fearful, someone that actually looks pretty scary as well. So not just fearful in powers, but the physical appearance should match the Dark Jedi's personality as well. So strong in the Force, very evil, and fearful to look at. If they introduce this kind of character, it would actually turn things around for Star Wars, and it would just be a lot darker than the other ones. So it'd be interesting to see how it would go. So you guys tell me in the comments what kind of evil Jedi would you like to see in the next Star Wars, and what sort of powers would you like him to have? Because I'd want this guy to have shock abilities that are just crazy, just like you see how you play if you've ever played KOTOR on Xbox or PC, the role-playing Star Wars game Knights of the Old Republic. You see the kind of powers that you get in them games when you master it to the top ability. So with the shock, you can shock like more than three, four people around you, multiple people. He just puts his hand in the air, and it just goes and just shocks everyone, multiple enemies around you, and even with draining force abilities from other people and draining their life to add it to your own. I mean, I know this is from a video game, but if they could actually make that into a concept for the movie, adapt it into a force power, it would look pretty cool to actually look at. Because the force powers that you see Kylo Ren use in Episode 7 was just, force pull, choke, literally that's it. Mind control, that's about it. I mean, come on, in the other Star Wars you could see characters using more abilities and stuff like that. So it did kind of, um it was good. I love Star Wars Episode 7. It was wicked. It's just the disappointment of the villain that really got to me. But in Episode 8, if Disney could actually step up their game and really make it darker than the other ones and add some more powers and, a really terrible, terrible villain that's just that can just wipe out multiple Jedi's just like that. And someone who's on the first for killing, that would be really, really cool for the Star Wars episodes. So yeah, let me know guys, what kind of villain would you like to see?